Wrestle Plug 444 Life.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to #GetPluggedIn, the refreshing, empowering moment that we have all wanted from WWE.
It's like ordering a medium pizza and then turning up with an extra large and a bottle of Coke.
What happens is these fucking people live in this fantasy land.
Everyone got their shit in, everyone got each other over, everyone looked good, and made the industry look great.
New Japan wrestling talent.
I'm a true champion. Mamma mia!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Wrestle Plug podcast. I am, of course, your host, Aeron, arguably the most unpopular host in all of British podcasting, but nonetheless, I am the one who brings all the content to you. And on tap today is another interview. We've got a lot coming, so buckle up. If you're a fan of British independent wrestling, there is never a better time to get on board with the Wrestle Plug than there is right now, because we are providing some incredible interviews, and this one is no exception, and this is arguably my most eclectic interview yet, as I sat down with Burning Hearts regular Bunny Mallow. You may not know who Bunny Mallow is. You certainly will know who Bunny Mallow is by the end of this podcast, and I have a feeling that you're going to remember her too. But without further ado, here is my conversation with the rabbit of professional wrestling, Bunny Mallow.
So, Bunny Mallow, welcome to the podcast. It's really nice to have you on. You might be the most adorable person we've ever had on the podcast, which is very cool.
Thank you.
Tell me about Bunny Mallow. I want to know we all know that rabbits are awesome, but what made you, is it a case of you thought, if I'm going to be a wrestler, I must be a bunny because rabbits are so cool?
Well, it was I went through wanting to do lots of different things, and at first I kind of wanted to take my ears off because everyone around me was really serious, and I thought, I should be serious too. But every single sort of character I tried, I failed at, and it was no good. So in the end, everyone was just like, "Cool, maybe you should just be yourself after all." So I put the ears back on.
Yeah, no, I love it. Like, that's basically what attracted me to the idea of having you on the podcast, because you look so cool and so different, and I just thought, awesome. Like, someone with a fresh take on things. We see, I don't know if you know a lot of, like, the older wrestlers that have, like, you know, sort of been animals in the past or used animals as inspiration, like Shark Boy and things like that, but I've never seen a rabbit-based wrestler, so to speak. So how far does it go for you? Do you like to use rabbit-esque maneuvers and things like that? Do you like the idea of rings? Because that's freaking adorable. Like, that's the kind of thing people would love as well. Because you're based in London as well, aren't you?
Yeah. I started training at Knuckle Locks in 2017. And then I've most of my training has been there and then at Burning Hearts. But along the way, I've sort of gone and trained at, tried out different places, met new people. It's been really fun. So I sort of, mostly those two schools, but then sprinkles of other places.
I love the fact you mentioned how serious wrestling is. Like, everyone's really serious and dark and demonic and just a bit over the top. And it's quite nice to have that side of things. So how long have you...
I don't wear a mask even. So
No.
At Lucha, they would be like, "No, you need a mask, buddy."
Oh, really? Do you have to wear a bunny mask to wrestle at Lucha? Like, everyone's got to wear a mask?
I don't know, but a lot of them do. They do look really cool.
They do.
But if I wore a mask, then my ears would be, like, stuck underneath it.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
No.
Ears they're kind of important to get.
Yeah.
How do people find it wrestling you when you got the ears? Like, do they get kind of like a little bit put off by it, or do they enjoy it?
I think they think it's pretty cool. Sometimes people look at me and they're like, they don't really know what to think. But mostly it's been positive, yeah.
Well, like you say, it's just different. It's just different. How long have you been wrestling for now?
My first training session was in January of 2017, so about 3 years.
How long was it until you made your debut?
Oh, that's a long time, isn't it? I only debuted last summer, so I trained for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Then
How was
part
it
of it
training?
was my fault because I hurt myself when I was out for 6 months with a dislocated elbow. So
How was the knuckle locks experience? Did you enjoy knuckle locks?
knuckle locks, I really like knuckle locks. It was really different to what I do now, but I
Yeah.
remember going in for the first training session, and because I was 17 and so I needed like a parent to sign the waiver, and my mum came with me and she was so scared for me. And they were all like really like strong men, and there's just me. And she was like, Bunny, are you sure? And I remember we did like 500 squats and 500 push-ups. And I came out of it and I was just like, I know this is what I want to do now. I hurt so much, but that's when I knew that I really wanted to do this.
I was going to say, if you can get past 500 squats and 500 push-ups, you kind of deserve to be a wrestler, especially if you're going to come back. Did you know from the get-go, like literally as soon as you walked in the door, I'm going to be a bunny rabbit?
There were a lot of, because we did a lot of promo classes and like exercises. You know, the coach would write down different gimmicks and put them in a hat, and you would pick up a random one. So I tried so many different things. I remember one, I did match practice and I pulled out a postman and I was like, I don't know what to do. And then everyone was disappointed in me because I missed out on calling the finisher special delivery.
Yeah, that's really awkward because I used to be a postman.
Really?
Yeah, that was my job. Like, I used to be a postman before I got into wrestling. Like, yeah, even when I was a postman, I was still wrestling training and stuff. So it was kind of like, oh. But people always said to me, like, gotta be the postman gimmick. And I was like, no, because like you say, the special delivery stuff, like, oh, everybody was just like kind of bullying me into it. Like, do the special delivery. I
You
was
have
like,
to be the
"No."
postman now.
Yeah, you gotta deliver parcels. You know, that's how you deliver. You know, package pile driver was the thing that I thought would be a good idea because obviously, yeah. See, I thought that would be a good idea. Kind of understand.
You'll be
Really.
postman.
Could do.
Could
Do.
you,
Like if I
have some really like metal entrance music, and then you come out and it's a postman.
just like really hardcore like Metallica, and I'll just come out like throwing letters to the audience, like throwing postcards out to them. Like,
I think you need to come out to like Psychosocial or something.
Oh, I love Psychosocial.
Yes, I'm a music student, so
oh, awesome.
I know.
Are you still studying?
I know lots of music stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, awesome. Where are you studying?
ACM. It's a music uni in London.
That's fantastic.
And I'm doing the songwriting degree there, so.
To be fair, I'd rather, like, music is one of the hardest things to write, I'd imagine. How do you find that? Are you hoping to use that in your wrestling life?
I've been playing piano since I was, 9?
And
I always, like, before I wanted to train, I always imagined myself, like, working in the music industry. And so, like, from a young age, I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to do uni and I'm going to do music. So it's been a long time coming, but it's been going really well.
How long have you been at uni now?
I'm in my second year.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. How do you find it, coping with your studies and then obviously wrestling as well?
Sometimes it's challenging. Like, if I want to, like, help at a show or something on Friday and I have class on Friday, it's like, sometimes, because some teachers have been quite understanding and they'll, like, send me the work so I can go to a show.
Oh, it's quite nice.
So it's nice, yeah. But now I found out that some people, they don't really know my name. They just know me as, like, the wrestling lady.
Yeah, that's
They just know me as, like, that girl who has ears and does wrestling. And sometimes these flyers around the uni.
That's fair enough. How do your fellow students, like your friends at uni and that, take it? Do they come and watch you wrestle?
They haven't yet. Not many of them really know anything about wrestling. So they kind of have the, you know, like the general public view of wrestling.
Yes.
You know, like,
yeah.
It's like, oh, it's for kids and this and this. Oh, I used to watch that when I was like 10. And it's like, oh, you should have watched it for longer, but okay.
Yeah, that's normally my response. Well, keep watching because it's really good. But never mind.
Like, they didn't, people would ask me at uni, oh, how did you even become a wrestler. And when I say, oh, wrestling school, they're like, there's such thing as a wrestling school? It's like, I mean, because if you want to fight, people who want to fight in like the UFC and stuff, they go to MMA gym, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, people are just. I think there's just a kind of an ignorant attitude towards wrestling. Like, oh, wrestling's for kids, that's for silly people who throw themselves around and dress like silly people. But it's no different from going to the circus or going to the pantomime, only we're a lot more physical and a lot more aggressive about it.
Someone thought that you just buy gear and you just turn up to shows and you just wrestle. Do you know how many people would have died if this would have been the case?
Yeah, that's the terrifying prospect. I can imagine like turning up to a show and being put in a match with a guy and he's like, oh yeah, I just bought some gear. I don't train. That would scare the crap out of me.
Would have been like that Walmart video. But but not with everybody knowing the moves and it just being complete chaos.
Aren't they trained though? I'm told that those guys are actually trained.
I think they did. I heard that they went to wrestling school, but then they didn't finish, like they didn't graduate it. But once something becomes this viral, like everybody says different things, and then it's almost impossible to find out like what actually happened. I'll probably just like wait a few weeks, and then eventually someone will be like, "Hey, this is what happened."
Yeah, because somebody told me that one of the guys was Chris Bay, and I know for a fact that he just signed for Impact Wrestling, so I don't know really. But
it's no.
I don't know. I don't trust people, generally with their internet rumors and their nonsense. And
well, you could just put like silly things on Twitter, and then everyone will retweet it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We do that too. We try and have a bit of fun with it at least. So you've been wrestling about just under a year now. Do you remember your debut match? Who did you wrestle in your debut?
So it was a match at BW, but it was sort of affiliated with Burning Hearts. So it was a tag team match, me and Neo versus Hellcat LeVay and Amber Bree. I was so nervous.
How'd it go?
It went good, yeah. I mean, awesome. I went out and I was just like, there were a bunch of kids in the audience. And they were like, oh, it's a bunny. And like, when there's lots of little kids, everybody wants to touch my tail.
Awkward.
Like, I walk and everybody's you just feel little kids just like pulling your tail.
How is that,
It's
though?
quite cute.
Do you like it? Like, I imagine kids love the gimmick. They must love it's not even like a gimmick. It's almost like an extension of you, isn't it? I feel bad to call it a gimmick because it is part of who you are. You're always wearing bunny ears. You're always looking adorable. Like, I know it's a funny question. Do you bring carrots down to the ring with you?
I don't, but I eat them backstage before. Like, I did mean to bring them, but then I got hungry and I ate it, so it didn't make it to the ring.
I love the idea of, like, I'm going to take these carrots down to the ringside. It's just like, are you ready? Have you got your carrots? Oh, sorry, I was hungry. Just like Bugs Bunny eating them in the corner.
Yeah, they disappeared into my tummy 20 minutes before the match.
But they are your 5 a day, so it's very important.
They are.
Yeah, I like carrots. They're good.
They probably helped me win, so.
Yeah, because wrestling, a lot of venues are quite dark, aren't they? And obviously carrots help you see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to be able to see everybody.
Do adults like you as well, or do you find it is mostly just the kids and the adults? Because you've got a fantastic character, because everyone can enjoy you. You're very inoffensive, so to speak.
I'm not sure if the adults like me because they like my wrestling and they think I'm cute, or if they like me because it gets their kids away from them. Yeah, they always say, oh, I like your ears. They're really cute. So I think they do like it.
Do you wear the ears everywhere? I've noticed you wearing them on Instagram and stuff like that. Do you wear them when you go to like classes and things?
I have lots of different pairs of ears, because if I only had one, it would be a bit of a disaster. I must have somewhere between 30 and 50.
Wow. That's as many hats. I've got that many hats. Like, I like snapbacks, and I've got that many snapbacks. That's wild.
So I have my big fluffy pink ears. These are my favourite, but I wear them mostly for shows and sometimes for training. And then I have another pair that are like felt and are also white and pink, and they're for training because I can't really wear plastic ears because if I do a flip bump, I'm going to spike myself. And then I have the plastic ones, which I wear for stuff like if I go swimming, or if I'm in the shower, or if it's raining outside, or if I just like want more casual ears. And then I have a bunch of different colours to go with all my outfits. There's ears for everything.
I was going to say, how many of these ears do you wear during a wrestling match? Like, how many different pairs? Do you have a specific pair of ears you have to wear wrestling, or do you have like loads of interchangeable ones?
I can't wear all of them, but I have a good amount that I can wear, and they're comfortable and they're good. The biggest ones are always my favourite.
Do you find it harder to wrestle with bigger ears, though?
No, I think they help me hear my opponent better if they're trying to sneak up behind me.
That's very true. That's very true. Have you ever wrestled somebody who's like Daffy Duck?
No.
That'd be really cool. I like the idea of Daffy Duck trying to sneak up on you. Or Elmer Fudd, you know, maybe a hunter. You could have a hunter like sneaking up on you. A lot of hunters in wrestling.
The ears detect everybody.
They do.
I think the bigger the ears you have, the bigger the brain you have.
See, I've only got average-sized ears, so I'm quite disappointed because I only got a small brain. Oh well.
But you're a human, not a bunny, so...
That's true. That's very true. I've got a decent brain for a human, but, you know, humans are a bit stupid in general.
Humans are strange.
We are strange. We are very strange, yeah. I'm trying to understand animals more.
I'm vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian who... I eat a lot of vegan things, but I still eat ice cream, which is why I'm not vegan.
Yeah, ice cream's lovely though.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with ice cream.
Ice cream's not good for rabbits though, is it?
No, but I have it anyway.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You're a rule breaker. Anti-establishment
It's too
bunny.
good to miss out on it, so after training it's to the ice cream shop.
Straight to the ice cream shop. What's your favourite ice cream?
Oh, I like so many. I like the vanilla one with the sprinkles on, and the strawberry one because it's pink, and there's also like a green apple one which is really nice. I like the one with the cookie dough in.
That's my favourite. I love cookie dough.
Yeah.
Lovely little balls. Yeah, they're lovely. Oh, lovely. Lovely. I'm a nightmare though. I eat the ice cream around it and then leave the cookie dough balls and then eat them last.
Why though?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just love cookie dough, if I'm being honest. Like, if I was going to be a more happy wrestler, I'd probably just be like the Cookie Monster, because I just love cookie dough. Right? But I don't like hard cookies. I only like doughy cookies.
You should just buy. You know, you can buy like just cookie dough.
You can, but I quite like it when it's like frozen in the ice cream. You know, when it's a little bit tough. I quite like that.
It has to be the Ben & Jerry's got it.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, I want my cookie dough in Ben & Jerry's. I don't want it on its own. It's got to be inside the ice cream. It's not all the time, to be fair. I do eat it with the ice cream as well. But yeah, like I like the idea of like, I really like ice cream with hot fudge as well. I don't know why I'm talking about ice cream so much, but I do like ice cream. Like the Rocky Horror at Harvester. You ever had one of those? Gorgeous.
No.
Absolutely love those. Oh, those are fantastic. You ever go into a Harvester, take some of your wrestling pals after a show, go and have a Rocky Horror Sundae. Lovely. Hot chocolate fudge and chocolate sauce in, you know, vanilla ice cream. It's lovely.
I want one.
Big wafer on top as well. Lovely. Absolutely love it. I love it. Everyone's getting an insight into what I like for dessert now. So you've been wrestling just under a year now. You obviously had your debut. Talk to me about Burning Hearts, because you've been working there predominantly, and I see you talking about them on your Instagram feed. They have a fantastic setup. What's it like being at Burning Hearts? Like all those fantastic women's wrestlers around you as well.
So Burning Hearts is amazing.
Yeah.
Like we're all really good friends. And so we meet up together mostly every weekend, and we train and we get ready for shows, and then we put on our own shows. So it's kind of like there's no strict booking. You're not sort of told, oh, you know, you're gonna wrestle this person and this person's gonna win. It's more collaborative. So it's like, what do you feel like doing? Some shows people will feel like wrestling more. Some shows people might just want to help out. You know, some shows they might just want to have a small bit in a tag match. And so we work together and fit everybody in.
That's a lovely attitude, though, because there aren't many companies where, well, I don't know any company that really does that, allows their wrestlers kind of the creative control. So do Do you think that because you're there, it allows the bunny to kind of roam a bit more free? You're able to hop around a bit easier than you would be at other places.
Yeah, I think that's also though because of how like close everybody is and how good friends everyone is. So like we all feel really comfortable in training, trying out new things and new concepts, and everybody's got a lot of like creative space to express themselves. It works really well.
Ultimately, wrestling is performance art. It's creative.
Yeah.
It's a physical combat with creativity. So it's important that people are allowed to express themselves. Have you ever found that you've gone anywhere and people haven't been so keen on the idea of you being a rabbit?
I've had people kind of question it, but then once they saw me wrestle, they kind of like changed their mind. I haven't had anyone sort of be outright mean, but I mean at the end of the day, it's wrestling, and I'm not going to be everybody's favorite carrot.
Wrestling's subjective, and ultimately, if you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. There's no need to, be negative about it at the same time. That's So how long have you been associated with Burning Hearts for?
I'd say, about a year, because when I came to Burning Hearts, I already knew a lot of the basics and like match structure and things like this, and then everyone we sort of put the finishing touches on. So I started getting more match practice, and then I got the opportunity to debut, and ever since I've been really active there. I've been on, every show since.
I was going to say, would you call Burning Hearts your home?
Yeah.
How often do they run shows?
June and September.
Do you think because there's only 3 a year that it makes it a lot more fun as well? Because you've got plenty of time to kind of work out what you ladies would like to do?
Yeah. I think it also makes it a lot more special because, we've worked for quite a few months and we've been like developing new things, and then finally it's the time to show off everything we've worked on.
Yeah. It's like being at the theatre.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's a very cool idea. Have you ever had any designs on working for somewhere like Eve?
I haven't had an offer from Eve. I mean, I wouldn't mind working there. But I mean, for me, in the UK, I don't really have any promotions that I'm like, wow, it's my dream to work there. It's kind of just, I want to work in as many places as I can. In some promotions, I feel like I might not fit in that well.
Yeah, what you think the more serious ones?
Yeah.
I think you'd be very popular at Progress.
Oh, Progress is good. I think I might need to practice some more before I go to Progress, though.
Yeah, they only have the most skilled rabbits in Progress. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your wrestling style like? Do you find that it's quite cool being able to adapt the rabbit stuff with your wrestling?
Yeah. I'd say, to summarize the style, I'd say high speed, lots of strikes. I kind of like to get in there first, kind of be a bit sneaky, like you're trying to attack me, but I would have attacked you first. As bunnies, we have really strong back legs, so I can run really fast.
Yeah, they kick very hard, don't they, bunnies?
Yeah. My most powerful moves are kicks or knees. You have to use the strongest parts of your body.
You could train young bunnies in the way of combat.
Yes. I'll open the bunny dojo.
You could be like a bunny sensei.
Yeah.
A guru.
I mean, I'm already a manager, so it would be a lot of work to manage my bunny kids and teach other bunnies.
Who are you manager for?
My rabbits. They're both models.
Are they really?
Yeah, they have an Instagram. They have 2,000 followers.
Wow.
I have to get out the camera. I have to think of poses for them. I have to think of new ideas. I have to promote them on social media. But yeah, it's a lot of work being a bunny manager.
Do you find that the bunnies are more popular than you are?
They were at first. Because I started their account before I started my wrestling one. And they were at 1,500 or something when I started mine. And I was like, Every time I looked at them running around or eating their food, I was like, you're more popular than me. How does that feel?
No.
And then slowly, but they enjoy it. Sometimes they can be divas, and I think it's because they let the fame get, but I always try and keep them grounded.
How many
Like,
carrots do they eat compared to you? Do you eat more carrots than them?
We share carrot. We share carrots. Sometimes if I have vegetables, I cut some for them. So they need a balanced diet because you need energy to be a model, especially when you're a bunny, because usually that means you've run around a lot before you've decided to calm down. So I can take the picture.
Yeah, you need them to relax. I imagine it's very difficult to take pictures of a rabbit because rabbits don't keep still very often.
They don't. Usually I let them run around for a bit. I give them playtime. And
Tire
then
them
at the
out
end of
first.
playtime, yeah, when they've sat down and they're tired and they want something to eat, then we take photos.
Yeah, let's be honest, bunnies look cutest when they're nibbling on carrots.
Yeah, there's so many food videos on there.
So is the hope that you'll be able to take bunnies to wrestling with you at some point, or would you rather keep the animals away from the wrestling?
I'd love to take them to wrestling, but it's just because they're prey animals, they're very like alert and they can panic pretty easily. They have quite weak hearts, and
Really?
so yeah, that's the reason why you can't take a rabbit out, because they have harnesses and leads, so you can walk them, but you can't walk them on the street or anywhere busy because not only like the dogs and stuff, but a big noise can give them a heart attack.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, or they can go into shock if they get too scared. So I wouldn't want to risk taking them and they get hurt.
No, I understand that entirely. Wow, yeah, no, I've seen like animals at shows before, and it's never a good thing. We saw what happened with Cody Rhodes and his dog, so yeah, it's just
Yeah.
yeah, no, I didn't realise that rabbits have such sensitive hearts, bless them. Ultimately, they're beautiful animals either way. So, do you have a dream opponent? Somebody that you'd like to wrestle with?
Dream opponent. I'd say I'd like to tag with Tam Nakano.
Mm-hmm.
That's because from the beginning, the first match I ever watched was a Stardom match. So if I could like wrestle in any promotion anywhere, I would pick Stardom.
So, Stardom's the very first wrestling you ever saw?
Yeah.
That's amazing because that's some of the best women's wrestling in the world. Like so
It's
many
amazing.
people start with like WWE, and here you are starting with. That's so cool. No, like very few people start with an independent promotion or a foreign promotion. Never mind one from Japan. That's very cool.
A clip on YouTube of Io Shirai just like beating up somebody, and for some reason that just inspired me, and I was like, yes, I want to get beaten up by Io Shirai.
Yeah, to be fair, a lot of us do. Everyone has a list, don't they, of wrestlers they'd like to work with, and I have a list of women's wrestlers as well because I really like intergender wrestling, and I train with some great women. And yeah, no, Io Shirai, I'd love to have a match with her. She kicked the crap out of me, but it'd be absolutely worth it just for the experience.
Exactly. Well, a lot of like British wrestlers talk about Japan. That's often what they say. They're like, "I'll get beaten up, but you know what? It'll be worth it."
Yeah, it's a learning experience, isn't it? Would you like to wrestle in Japan? I bet you'd love to wrestle in Stardom, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I have to work really hard though to get to that level. But I think if I did go somewhere like that, I'd learn a lot.
I think you'd be very popular as well. Being a rabbit in Japan, a place that loves animals so much, that has such a... Japan's very accepting of different stuff. They're a little bit more... They're a bit more colourful, a bit more fun. You could have your own anime series based on the bunny.
All the cool things we would do.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of fan art and things like that because you're so unique?
Yeah. I've had quite a few people draw me. So I made like a highlight story on Instagram of all of like the cool art. I tried to draw once. I tried to draw my bunnies, but it just looked like an 8-year-old did it. So it never got shared.
Okay, fair enough. Just keep trying. Eventually you'll get it. Yeah, I've seen your t-shirt, bunny with the chair. I love the bunny with the chair. That's fantastic. Was that designed for you? Was that fan art, or did somebody specifically design that for you?
Someone designed that for me. It was actually someone at Burning Hearts was saying, "Oh, do you know what would be really funny if you had a t-shirt with a bunny like holding a chair, like deathmatch bunny?" And I ended up doing it.
Oh my god, have you done Deathmatch Bunny yet?
No, Deathmatch Bunny. It
Deathmatch
would ruin
Bunny.
my gear though. My gear is too light.
You could have like Dark Bunny. You know, do you like Ali from AEW?
I've watched Ali.
She's a bunny as well, isn't she?
Hmm.
Bit more of a dark bunny. Nasty.
Yeah.
Would you consider going down that route, becoming a much darker bunny?
I don't like black as much as I like pink. Or maybe a darker pink. You know, like a magenta type colour.
Magenta would be a good colour, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, if there's a pink thing, I want it.
Do you not see a natural tag team partner in a Pink Panther?
Ooh. Yeah. But there are no Pink Panther. Wrestle.
Not yet. There you go. I've got myself a new gimmick now.
Oh, but then everyone will call you what they call me. They go, oh, the cosplay wrestler. We have some trainees who haven't debuted yet. I have to convince one of them to be a Pink Panther now.
Yeah, force them to be Pink Panther. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna come with a bunch of pink sweets.
So what's the immediate hope for Bunny Mallow?
I think mostly it's training based. Like, I want to get more experience in front of audiences and do a lot more shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, I'm always looking to, like, improve my skills in the ring. So, like, it's like whenever I learn something, I'm like, oh, but I could do this as well. Because, I mean, this is my first year, so I think as long as the bunny gods let me wrestle for a lot longer and I don't get injured again, I'm hoping I'll have a lot more years.
Is there a hope that you'll do this for a very long time, or would you like to transition into music? Or would you like to have a music career and a wrestling career running parallel?
That's the question my family always ask, and I've been avoiding it up till now because I don't actually know.
Oh, that's okay.
I really like wrestling, and like the more I do it, the more I'd like to do more wrestling. But at the same time, you know, you have to be realistic. Bunny bodies. Over time, we jump a lot, we bump a lot, and I might not be able to do this for a long time. It depends. So music, you can sit at a desk and you can do that for a lot longer. Kind of just, I'm just seeing how it goes, really.
I think you should put we jump a lot, we bump a lot on a t-shirt.
Ah.
Jump a lot, we bump a lot.
Bump a lot.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing like a Looney Tunes style t-shirt, but with you as Bugs Bunny? Where can people buy your t-shirts? Let everybody know, because we've got loads of fans that want to know where to buy a t-shirt, because honestly, these are some of the coolest t-shirts in wrestling.
So my t-shirts are sold through Wrestle Tees. So it's wrestletees.co.uk, and then you can scroll through, and there is a really nice bunny shirt there that might have me on it.
I think that's definitely worth the purchase. Absolutely. And do they ship worldwide, or are they only available?
Yeah, ship to all the bunnies.
And where can people find you on social media?
On all social media, my handle is Bunny Mallow Love, and then I have a YouTube channel which is just Bunny Mallow. I recorded a lot of different things at shows that I'm going to edit and put on there soon.
Do your bunny models make it onto the YouTube channel as well?
They will. There is scheduled content.
I was going to say, because they're already divas, so imagine their heads once they've been on YouTube as well.
They're going to want everything. The whole cucumber instead of just half of it.
I was going to say, your house must be wonderful for you could probably get a lovely salad in your house.
We always have to keep lots of vegetables because we have to be healthy and have a bunny diet. My mom is a bunny. My dad is also a bunny. My brother was born a bunny, but he prefers behaving like a human.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's kind of boring, isn't it? Have to convert him back.
Yeah, conversion. Oh, you could run. Yeah, you could be one of those. You could be like an exorcist, but for humans, and you could pull the human out of them, so they return to being a bunny.
Oh yes. Do you know what I should do? I need to sell ears at shows so I can convert people.
Oh, you don't already sell ears? Oh, you've got to sell ears. And you could do like a thing for your YouTube series where you convert every fan that buys one into a bunny, and then they have to hop away.
Then we'll have all of the shows will just have bunnies going to them. Just imagine like outside Progress, just like they need to scan the ticket stuff. We're just hopping up to them.
I love that. The idea of like 100 people in a row, all in like a bunny conga line, just all hopping through security.
Yeah. And I feel like I might get a 0 out of 5 from Dave Meltzer. No reviews for you, Bunny.
Until you wrestle in Japan, then you're guaranteed to get a 5-star. Remember, Tokyo Dome, 5-star.
Ah,
You could have your own system. You could have 5 carrots.
5 carrots out of 5. Cool. When I did crew for a show before, I grew carrots. I offered them to everyone. Nobody wanted them. So, I
What?
just sat there and I just ate 10 carrots by myself.
Wow, you could probably see in pitch black after all that.
Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that many carrots.
Name names. Who didn't want carrots?
I'm not gonna tell.
Oh, spill the carrot tea.
Because if I tell, then maybe they won't want carrots later. We have to keep in their favour so I can convert them later.
That sounds good. Right, well, we'll lean towards the end now. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans, or is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Yes, thank you for listening.
It's been genuinely one of my favourite podcasts ever. It's been an absolute pleasure, Bunny Mallow. Thank you for joining me and taking time out of your busy rabbit schedule to chat to me.
Thank you.
Wasn't that a fruity one, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely fantastic. Love talking to Bunny. Bunny's a wonderful rabbit. I am sure you will all agree she has a bright future ahead of her. That'll do it for WrestlePlug. Once again, those social media links will be in the description, available in this podcast. So if you missed them, fear not. Check out those descriptions. And of course, this podcast will be available across every podcasting format and YouTube. So if you're not a big fan of just checking out an audio podcast or listening to it on the go, you can put it on the YouTube and crack on with whatever you need to do in the house, or enjoy our beautiful animations, which I am working incredibly hard to bring to you. So please, 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 if you haven't already, subscribe to YouTube, check us out on social media at WrestlePlug, and most importantly, check out our website as well, WrestlePlug.com. We're updating it with articles every day, and you guys listening, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, can contribute to those articles too. You can send an article in, and then it will immediately be posted on WrestlePlug.com with your name, your accreditation, your promotion. It is your article, therefore you get the credit for it. All we do is simply post it on our website for you. So it's a place for you guys to have your voices heard even more, because we are, of course, hashtag for the fans. We take pride in our brand, ladies and gentlemen, and we take an incredible amount of pride in bringing you the best interviews we can, the best content we can. So with that, as a quick side note, ladies and gentlemen, I won't go on, I won't beg, but obviously we are independent artists. It is an incredibly difficult time for everybody, but if you do have some spare change lying around, please do not hesitate to head to wrestleplug.bigcartel.com and buy yourself a lovely t-shirt. Not only are they affordable, but they are available worldwide with shipping, and I would like to think that if you're going to give us some of your hard-earned cash, you at least get something in return for that incredible generosity. Irregardless, our content will always be free. I can assure you of that. From myself, Aeron, and everyone else involved in WrestlePlug, which is pretty much just me by this point. It's so lonely in the pandemic. I thank you very much for listening to the WrestlePlug podcast today. Once again, thank you so much to Bunny Mallow for joining us, and I look forward to catching you very soon for more content from the WrestlePlug.
This content was brought to you by the WrestlePlug podcast.